If that goes in. So I just finished Tron. I got a lot of things to say about it, and a lot of them are not good. We are currently at Magic Kingdom at Disney World. We're about to ride Tron. It's taken almost a half a decade. I'm gonna give you a full rundown of everything to expect. Again, my brutally honest review. What did I think about the ride? Is it worth the hype? Let's head in. I'm super excited, right, to have a new attraction here at Disney. It doesn't happen that often. Today is February 6th. It's like previews for Tron. It doesn't open to the general public until April 4th. So they're gonna be having annual pass holder and DVC and Club 33 previews for Tron, but we're gonna be some of the first people to ride it. Today marks the 5-year anniversary of the construction date. They started on February 6, 2018. By the time it officially opens in April, it will have been almost a 2,000-day construction period for Tron.
It's looking like a busy day here at Magic Kingdom.
Tron that we got here at Magic Kingdom, it is a copy and paste of the one that's at Disneyland Shanghai.
All right, so here's Space Mountain. The entrance to Tron is gonna be this way. So when you're walking in, right, you're gonna have the speedway right there, the people mover going.
So weird, because it feels like we're entering into a forbidden land or something, because we've just been looking at this area for so long, and now to actually kind of be in it is crazy.
They have photo pass taking photos right outside the sign for Tron. All right, the line is going all the way back here. Let's see the new costume. Do a little twirl. Let's see it. Let's see it. Woo! It's like they're having stroller parking and wheelchair parking over here. I feel like this area is a little too small for the stroller parking. But when it does open, this is where the wait times will be for standby and for lightning lane. Now the ride height is 48 inches, and then this is where the train goes through when you're riding on the railroad. They still have like a month to kind of like finish building Tron. The entire walkway is illuminated, and then this is where the speakers are blasting the score.
Now there's a lot of great kinetic energy, right? With the coaster coming by, the lights are constantly changing.
Now, they do kind of blend in Space Mountain with the architecture right here with the sight line. All right, they do have a bunch of umbrellas set up to help in the daytime because it will get pretty toasty. The warning sign right here, we'll do a quick little rundown. This Tron Lightcycle Run is a high-speed roller coaster type thrill ride on motorcycle-style vehicles inside a dark computerized world with sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops. Children under the age of 7 must be accompanied by a person age 14 or older. All right, we're entering where the touch points are. Now, they're not themed like Guardians of the standard Mickey.
Is a thrilling, high-speed roller coaster type ride in the dark. Users be warned. The Lightcycle Run makes sharp turns with sudden drops and stops. On your Lightcycle at all times.
Yeah, we should. We're there.
Prepare to be digitized into the world of Tron.
Team Blue.
Oh god.
Another smiley face down there. Oh god,
This is gross. Ew.
Attention users, we have been unexpectedly delayed.
The lights up here look like our Roomba at home. All right, they have a sign here for the previous champions. the Tron logo does kind of look like SeaWorld.
Initiate Lightcycle run upload sequence in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to Tron Lightcycle run, the ultimate competition on the grid. Before proceeding to the sync chamber, all members of Team Blue must prepare. All users must secure large items, including backpacks, purses, and hats, in the locker portal before entering the grid. Lockers are just ahead. To open a locker portal, tap your digital key to the illuminated activation point. Please be considerate of other users and only use locker space that your party requires. Remember your unit number. You will be piloting a specially modified Lightcycle. When the gate opens, follow your path on the floor. If you are assigned the car vehicle, you must walk behind the Lightcycle. Remove phones, glasses, and other items that may fall off, and secure them in the storage area between the handlebars. To synchronize with your Lightcycle, kneel, lean, and pull the handlebars towards you. Tron Lightcycle Run is a thrilling, high-speed roller coaster type ride in the dark, making sharp turns with sudden drops and stops. For your safety, remain seated on your Lightcycle at all times. Remember to kneel, lean, and pull the handlebars towards you. Supervise young Team Blue users at all times. The competition begins when Team Blue launches across the upload conduit and onto the grid. Your opponents will meet you there. To win, every member of Team Blue must pass through 8 energy gates before their opponents. Stick together. It's your only hope for victory. In the Lightcycle run, there are winners and there are losers. Who are you?
Coming to the tree.
Time to put our stuff in the lockers. It's kind of like Velocicoaster, where it's like a double-sided locker. You're gonna put it in on this side, and then you're gonna open it on the other. So don't put expensive things in first, because they're gonna fall out. I lost a $700 camera doing that. So you're scanning your magic band, you're gonna pick any one, then you're gonna tap your magic band, and that'll be yours, right?
We're gonna pick this one, 209. Now you are gonna have to remember this number to know where to scan it. So we'll hit that, and it opens up. So you can fit large bags, but nothing too big.
And when you've closed your stuff, the light turns off so that people know it is in use. Different. So the person here is going to this one, but the person here, it looks like it's 1 and 2, but it's actually just 1. This person is then going to go all the way around and walk over there to then sit over there. Okay, we gotta be ready. Okay, we're gonna go around, follow the arrows, get on the vehicle. Oh man. Oh, okay, that's. Oh, we're put everything in here. I'm in pain. We got a lot to talk about, but now let's go get our stuff.
I'm back at 209. Open. Exiting. It feels like we're walking backstage. through like a dark utilidor. This is the exit. Okay, we are exiting. This is happening. Okay. Oh, so you exit this way, and you see the back of... Now, if you do want to like test out the ride vehicle, see if you fit or not, you have to kind of like hike. It should be up where kind of where space is, right? But it's not. It's all the way up here where you kind of scan your magic band. So there's not too much room here. You're gonna have people kind of exiting, people coming in, talking to cast members, and then here's where the little ride test area is. But people are taking photos on it. I can just see this kind of being a big backup around this area. All right, we're gonna show you what the ride setup looks like.
You get in, these go down, and then you pull these. Oh. Okay, so this is the size. If you're any bigger than this, you're not gonna fit. So I just finished Tron. I got a lot of things to say about it, and a lot of them are not good. Let's go back to the office and dissect the whole experience and talk about it. Okay, so guys, we're back at home. Let's talk about Tron. God, where do I begin? I liked kind of the kinetic energy of the lights and the coaster going by. The little land really comes alive at night. I think that's the superior version, is to ride Tron at night. Now the overhang does kind of just look like one giant blue bra. It does give a good amount of shade and coverage from the rain. The cast members working were amazing. They're so kind and friendly and helpful. My favorite part of the ride was the launch, right? You launch, you go outside, and you're like, oh my God, this is gonna be great. Now there were some stuff that still need to be fixed in the queue. They're not show ready yet. This was kind of like a little test preview. I was timing the coasters going by. It was about a coaster every minute. So you get into like the little overhang part. It's extremely cold in there. They have these huge fans going, which is gonna be great during the summertime. But if you do go there during the nighttime, I would suggest kind of bringing a hoodie with you. They get a little chilly for a couple people. And you're gonna turn into this like really cool hallway. I really enjoyed the materials that they used on the wall. It was a really dope hallway. And then you kind of get into this like room, and it has kind of like that frost mirror image. There's a quick little like show flash, then it frosts back up, and then you kind of go into this next little area. And the next little area was disgusting. As you know, I've been documenting the current state of the Disney queues. This one is rough because it's all like glass, and with the blue lights, any fingerprint or any smudge or liquid that touches these things illuminate and glow. It looks like a CSI crime scene. So there were just handprints everywhere. People were drawing with their fingers. It looked disgusting. And I don't think a cast member is going to be going around throughout the day squeegeeing off all the handprints. It is just not a good look and quite revolting, seeing all just the filth that is on these walls. And a lot of the queue is this like glass that is being touched. So it's just filthiness everywhere, and the blue light just illuminates it. Then you get into kind of like the final room. A large majority of the wall is just kind of left blank. They just didn't do anything. It's just like a black wall. And then they have this like artwork, and the artwork looks like, if you've ever been to like Ollie's and you've gone to like the game section, there's like some sci-fi PC game with like some crappy, mediocre like artwork on it. That's kind of like what all this artwork was around this area. The artwork felt very cheesy and cheap and very like early 2000s. Didn't feel modern and fresh like how the Tron universe is supposed to be. The images were just not crisp and clear. They almost looked like faded, as if it was like a poster left up in Blockbuster that they never removed. We were like stuck in this room, which is just kind of like boring. And I feel like queues over the past 5 years have definitely evolved to like be more entertaining and more engaging by adding animatronics, show elements. This is just kind of like one little screen, and we watched the same thing probably like 10 times. And the quote like,
Who are you?
I think is like the new version of like, and fly, because we heard that, and that's like all that was stuck in our head was that little quote. So you finish this part of the queue, then you enter into the locker system. Now the locker system is also kind of a mess. There's several hundred lockers there, right? And you're supposed to remember the number to go up and hit your magic band too. Now at places like Universal, like Velocicoaster, right? There's like images. You were like a T-Rex section, right? And there's a different color. This is just one giant mesh of numbers. Now people with like dyslexia like me, numbers get jumbled up in our mind. I was like, okay, 209, and I had like go write it down to make sure I remembered where my locker was to make sure I could go up and hit that. So I can see the locker system being a huge problem because it's just the number system. You have to remember this number with your magic band. The locker system is the double-sided locker. Again, don't put your valuables in first thing because they will fall out. The lockers do have a decent size. They are bigger than Universal Studios, so you can fit a good amount of stuff in there. But when you do open them up, it's really dark. You have to make sure to turn on a flashlight because they are just straight black lockers to make sure you get everything out. So I can also see people forgetting stuff because they'll forget their keys because it is hidden in a corner. The locker system I can see being a huge headache for the cast members working at Tron. So then we get into like the main little area. There's like some CG animation of like the Tron characters. It kind of looks like PS3 graphics on the screen. screen. Now, Disney did not change the design of these vehicles. The demographic in Shanghai, people are a lot more smaller and slender. If you know, in America, right, people come in many different shapes and sizes. And Disney's fifth key is inclusion. So it's supposed to include everyone. This ride does not include everyone. We're waiting there and we watch multiple people in front of us not be able to fit in the ride, and then they have to get off the ride, and then they have to walk all the way back to like the larger people section, and they all kind of wait in a line, which people were saying it took up to 30 minutes once they got to this little line, because Disney does not have enough ride vehicles for larger people, that they're just like waiting there. There's hundreds of people watching this all go down, and it's extremely embarrassing. It was just really sad, because Disney is a place that you're supposed to just be happy. It's supposed to be an easygoing experience. This ride is going to add so much stress to people who are a little larger. Can they fit? Can they not fit? And it was just so upsetting to see that Disney didn't design new ride vehicles for the American audience, because we are a little larger, right? So then it was time for me to get in the ride vehicle. Now, I'm 6'1", 200 pounds. It is a very uncomfortable way to get into the ride vehicle. I can see it being extremely confusing for some people. So you like kind of climb into the ride. It almost feels kind of like you're like riding a horse or something, getting in a saddle. And it's extremely uncomfortable. You're like kneeling, but also like laying on your stomach. And then you kind of get like locked in. And the whole ride time, I was extremely uncomfortable. The other people who I was talking to were also extremely uncomfortable with just the way they felt. If you're a guy, I'm gonna nickname Tron the Nutcracker. So then the ride starts, and the handlebars feel like a meat tenderizer. They're some of the most uncomfortable handlebars. It was just a pain, because you're trying to like push yourself up so you're not hurting. I had all these giant marks on my hands just because of the handlebars. The ride starts, you have this amazing opening, right? The first launch, and you go outside. And then you go inside, and it's just, it almost felt like I was riding like test track. You kind of like go in like two little loops, and then the ride ends. It is so very anticlimactic. This is like blue balls of amusement rides. Great beginning, it teases you with something amazing, and then it falls flat and goes nowhere. I would say the ride is about a minute long. So people are gonna be paying for Lightning Lane, right? $20, $25, waiting for multiple hours sometimes, and you're gonna ride like a minute long ride. Then the ride just kind of like ends, and you get off, there's a guy vomiting, and then when you exit, it feels like you're walking through backstage. Speaking of backstage, all the fencing around Tron is see-through. So you can see clear as day all of backstage in Tomorrowland, which Disney was like so keen on making you feel immersed in these worlds and not letting you see backstage, but it's like, oh yeah, we don't care, here's backstage. So yeah, I'm just kind of like worried, because this is just, it took a half a decade, people have high expectations. The ride is a minute long. That's why this is my least favorite ride here at Walt Disney World. Now, if you do want to film on the ride, you can only film on Tron if you have a chest mount with a GoPro. You can't bring out your phone, you can't do the wrist mounts. So if you want to film on Tron, the only way that Disney's allowing it is you wear a chest mount with a camera on it. Let me know down in the comments if you have ridden Tron. What did you think about it? That's my little hot take about Tron. I really wanted this to be good. They need to figure something out, because I think there's gonna be a lot of complaints about this ride, and it's sad. I'm gonna be going again for another preview to go ride Tron during the daytime. I'm gonna try to sit in a different position. We sat front row. I wanna see what back row kind of feels like. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button, join the family.
I love the family,
because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Disney and theme park around the country. All right guys, I love you all, and I'll see y'all very soon.
Who are you?
How do you feel about Tron?
Good, but it hurts in not good areas.